Concord's spire hung in the dark between two worlds, a silver ring floating in silence. On one side was Earth. On the other, far away but glowing like a pale lantern, was Orcs, the home of the first alien species humanity had ever met. Today, both planets waited to see what would happen. Inside the human staging room, Lieutenant Noah Reyes wiped his sweaty palms on his uniform again. His hands would not stop shaking. He kept repeating his practiced line in his head. "My name is Lieutenant Noah Reyes. It is an honor to meet a respected luminary." A simple sentence. He had trained 3 years for this moment. Yet his mind felt empty. Captain Elena Ward faced the human delegation, her voice firm but tense. "Last reminder. Speak slowly. Use the formal words, no sudden movements. No jokes, no surprises. The O'Reilly value order and calm." Everyone nodded. Noah tried to nod confidently, but even he could feel it looked wrong. The station doors slid open, flooding the room with bright white light. "Positions," Captain Ward ordered. Noah walked with the others into the grand concourse, the massive hall built for this historic meeting. The floor was dark glass that reflected everyone like a mirror. Human flags glowed on one side. On the other, tall crystal pillars shimmered with shifting O'Reilly symbols that looked like frozen lightning. The O'Reilly delegation arrived. The doors on their side opened with a quiet breath of air. The aliens stepped inside, tall, smooth-moving, almost floating. Their skin looked like clear glass with colors shining underneath. Soft blues and greens flowed through them like water catching sunlight. The first alien had strong white lines of light in his body, clearly their leader. Others followed behind him. Then Noah saw her. She walked with gentle steps, slightly behind the leader. She was slimmer than the others, graceful, her light mostly silver with soft golden threads moving under her skin. Her dark eyes held a depth that made Noah forget to breathe. He knew immediately. This was Lyra of the Harmonic Circle, the O'Reilly scientist assigned to work with him. Her file had mentioned she was young and specialized in communication. But nothing in the file had prepared him for seeing her in person. Captain Ward began the formal greetings in galactic trait. The O'Reilly leader responded in calm, musical tones. Light rippled in his body with every word. Then the introductions began, one human at a time, one O'Reilly reply at a time. Noah could feel his heartbeat climbing higher with every step closer. Finally, it was his turn. "This is Lieutenant Noah Reyes," Captain Ward announced. "Cultural liaison for the human delegation." Noah stepped forward. Lyra stepped forward too. Up close, the soft gold in her skin brightened. Her eyes focused on him with curious intensity. She spoke first. "I am Lyra of the Harmonic Circle. I study how different minds share meaning." Her voice, even through the translator, sounded calm and warm. Noah opened his mouth to say his practiced line, but nothing came out. All he could see was the glow in her skin, the quiet grace in her movements, the way the gold inside her shimmered when she looked at him. His training vanished. His brain vanished. And before he could stop himself, he said the worst possible thing at the worst possible moment. "Wow, you look absolutely stunning." The translator instantly turned his words into O'Reilly. The hall froze. Humans stared at him like he had thrown a grenade. The O'Reilly delegation went still, their colors locked in place. Then Lyra's silver and gold glow changed. It burst into a bright, brilliant gold, spreading from her face down her arms like a sunrise. She looked like she was lit from within. Noah felt his stomach drop into a black hole. She tilted her head slightly. Then, to his horror, she switched to careful English and said softly, "Say it again, human." Noah stood frozen in the middle of the great hall. His heart pounded so loudly he was sure everyone could hear it. Lyra's skin still glowed with that impossible golden light. It was beautiful, but also terrifying. Captain Ward's face tightened. She stepped forward quickly, her voice sharp but controlled. "Lieutenant Reyes will clarify his words later. Let us proceed with the formal program." The O'Reilly leader gave a small nod, though the white lights inside him flickered with confusion. Lyra, however, didn't move. She kept her eyes on Noah, as if studying something she had never seen before. For the rest of the ceremony, Noah barely heard anything. His mind spun around one fact. I ruined everything. I just insulted, or maybe proposed to, an alien scientist. When the session finally ended, the O'Reilly delegation glided out through their tall crystal doors. Lyra left last. As she passed Noah, she paused, just for a second. Her golden light softened. Then she walked away. Captain Ward grabbed Noah's wrist the moment the aliens were gone. My office. Now. Noah followed like a man walking to his own execution. Inside the small briefing room, Ward shut the door with a heavy sigh. Do you understand what happened out there? She asked. Yes, Noah said quietly. I think I just destroyed human diplomacy. Ward stared at him for a long moment. Then she surprised him. She didn't shout. She didn't even look angry, just tired. You told an alien scientist she was stunning during first contact, Ward said. On live diplomatic feeds. Translated in real time. She rubbed her forehead. We don't even know what that color meant. It might be joy, or insult, or a threat. Noah slumped. It just slipped out. I panicked. I know, Ward said. And the worst part is, she didn't react with anger. She looked at him carefully. She asked you to say it again. Noah winced. Yes, ma'am. I noticed. Before Ward could say more, a soft knock came from outside. Dr. Cameron Malik, the xenoculture specialist, entered with a tablet in his hands. Captain, he said, sounding slightly amused. You're going to want to see this. He turned the tablet toward them. It displayed a request from the Orali delegation, specifically from Lyra. Request. Human liaison Noah Reyes is invited to join tomorrow's cultural exchange session. The request is personal. Ward blinked. A personal request? Today? After that, Dr. Malik nodded. She told the Orali leader she wants to observe human communication in its natural state. Her words. Noah felt his face heat. She means how I panic and say dumb things. Malik chuckled. She said you show raw emotional signals. That may fascinate her. Ward shook her head in disbelief. So instead of starting a war, your mistake somehow impressed her. Noah didn't know whether to feel relieved or terrified. Malik added, they only requested Noah. No substitutions. Ward let out a breath. Fine. You'll go. But listen carefully. No more surprises. Learn their customs. Behave. I will. Noah promised, though deep down he wasn't sure that was possible. The next morning arrived faster than Noah wanted. His nerves twisted as he made his way toward the cultural exchange chamber. It was a softer, friendlier room than the formal hall. Light shifted gently across the walls. The chairs changed shape depending on who sat in them. 3 Orali scholars were already present, and Lyra stood among them. When she saw Noah enter, her skin brightened again, not as fiercely as yesterday, but enough to make every Orali turn her way. She spoke in calm English. Good morning, Noah Reyes. Her voice was smooth, but curious, like she was examining each word carefully. Gee, good morning, Noah replied, trying not to sound like a collapsing building. You are very proper today, she observed, tilting her head. Her silver and gold glow flickered softly. Is this how humans behave when they meet someone again after an emotional moment? Noah swallowed. I'm trying to be respectful. Lyra stepped a little closer. Yesterday, you spoke without control. Today, you speak with too much control. Her eyes studied him. Which version is the real one? Noah felt a jolt in his chest. Both, I guess. Humans change depending on the situation. Lyra's light shimmered. Then I would like to understand these changes. She pointed to the seat beside her. Sit with me. Teach me human honesty. And just like that, Noah realized something. Yesterday's disaster was not the end. It was the beginning. Noah sat beside Lyra, trying to act calm. His heart, however, had chosen full panic mode. The other Orali watched him with quiet interest. Their bodies glowed with calm blues and soft greens. Only Lyra held that warm mix of silver and gold. A shape-shifting chair curved under Noah as he sat. It adjusted to his body automatically, which did not help his nerves at all. Lyra waited until he settled, then spoke gently. Yesterday, you said a word. Stunning. Explain it. Noah cleared his throat. It's a very strong compliment. When humans say someone is stunning, we mean that person looks beautiful in a way that shocks us. Like we forget to think. Lyra blinked slowly, as if absorbing every part of the explanation. The gold inside her brightened just a little. You forgot how to think when you saw me? Well, sort of, Noah admitted, wishing the seat would swallow him. One of the other Orali scholars, a tall male with dark blue light running through him, asked in a calm tone. Do humans normally use such powerful words in formal meetings? Noah shook his head quickly. No, never. It was completely inappropriate. Lyra turned toward her colleagues and softly spoke in the Orali language. Her voice sounded like soft bells and distant wind. Noah's translator whispered the meaning. He spoke with instinct, not intention. Her colleagues exchanged thoughtful glows. Lyra looked back at Noah. I want to understand why humans speak from instinct sometimes. Is it common? Too common, Noah said honestly. Especially when we get nervous, or excited, or overwhelmed. So this is not a sign of disrespect? Lyra asked. No, it's usually a sign of emotion. He stopped, realizing where this was headed. Lyra noticed the pause. Emotion? Which one? Noah looked at her glowing skin. The gentle gold. The curious silver. The way she watched him with full attention. He had two choices. Lie and protect himself. Or tell the truth and risk everything again. He chose honesty. I thought you were beautiful, he said quietly. That's why I said the wrong word. The golden light inside her reacted instantly, flaring brighter, like sunlight, through glass. The room fell silent. The other Orali whispered something in their soft language. Noah's translator caught pieces. Rare reaction, unexpected, high intensity. Lyra finally spoke, her voice softer now. In my culture, commenting on someone's appearance is very personal. It is not casual. Usually it is for close friends or potential bond partners. Noah nearly choked. Bond what? Bond partners, she repeated calmly. Two people who choose each other for a long connection. Noah had to force himself to breathe. I didn't mean it like that. I wasn't trying to start some alien relationship ritual. Lyra tilted her head, a small motion but deeply focused. I know. You were simply honest. This is why I requested you today. He blinked. Because I was honest by accident. Yes. She nodded. Humans speak with feelings. This is unusual for us. I want to study this. Another Orali scholar leaned forward. How do humans give smaller compliments? He asked. Noah tried to think of examples that wouldn't end in interspecies marriage accidentally. Well, humans might say someone has nice eyes, or a pleasant smile, or that their hair looks good. Lyra immediately touched her face lightly. Nice eyes, she repeated. This is a very small compliment. It's moderate, Noah answered carefully. And do I have nice eyes, Noah Reyes? He froze. The room looked at him. Lyra's silver gold glow waited. Honesty won again. Yes, he said softly. You do. Golden light spread through her entire body, slow, warm, bright. Not sharp like yesterday, but gentle, steady, as if she was glowing from happiness instead of shock. One of the Orali whispered. This reaction very rare. Lyra ignored them. She leaned slightly closer to Noah. When humans say nice things, do they always warn each other first? No, Noah said. Sometimes people like hearing it. Sometimes they don't. And you worry I might not like it? Noah nodded. Yes. I don't want to offend you, or confuse you, or cause another diplomatic crisis. Lyra's glow flickered into a soft golden pulse. You did not offend me, Noah Reyes. You made me curious. She paused. And curiosity is a strong emotion for us. He felt a weight lift from his shoulders. A small one, but real. Lyra stood up gracefully. Today, I want you to teach me more. How humans show emotions with words. How honesty works. How instinct works. Noah stood too, surprised, but relieved. Okay, he said. I'll try. She gave a soft shimmer of gold. And I will teach you how we see emotions in light. For the first time that day, Noah smiled. Maybe honesty wasn't the worst thing in the universe. The next few days passed in a strange rhythm. Every morning, Noah met Lyra and the other Orali scholars in the soft-lit exchange chamber. Every afternoon, they compared human expressions with Orali light signals. And every evening, Noah left the room confused, amazed, and slightly more attached to the glowing alien scientist who watched him with such quiet curiosity. But on the fourth morning, the peaceful routine shattered. A sharp alarm suddenly echoed through Concord Spire's corridors, slicing through the calm like a blade. Diplomatic alert. All personnel to emergency stations. Noah jumped to his feet. The lights turned threatening red. A cold voice repeated the warning again and again. People rushed past him, officers shouting, boots striking the floor fast and hard. Captain Ward grabbed his arm as she ran by. Noah, command center. Now, he followed her into the main chamber, a wide room filled with floating screens and panicked officers. The largest screen showed the Orali delegation's private hall, and Noah froze. The orali were glowing with furious colors, deep reds, violent blacks, sharp streaks of hot violet. Even through the camera, the colors radiated danger. Their bodies, normally calm and fluid, now flickered with erratic, storm-like patterns. Noah whispered, "I've never seen those colors before." Ward didn't look at him. "You don't want to. Those colors mean aggression, fear, betrayal." On the screen, Noah spotted Lyra among them. But she didn't look like the curious scholar who had asked him about human compliments. Her body glowed in a swirling storm of black and maroon, with thin sparks of red cutting across her skin like cracks. Her expression was tight and hurt, so unlike the soft gold she had shown him before. Something terrible had happened. "What caused this?" Noah asked. Dr. Malik turned from one of the consoles, face tense. "The translation system misinterpreted our cooperation proposal." "How bad?" Noah said. Malik swallowed. "Very bad. It told the orali that humans want possession rights over the ring chambers." Noah felt his chest tighten. "The ring chambers, those are sacred memory vaults. They hold their ancestors' stored light data." "Yes," Malik said. "Imagine someone asking Earth for ownership of every graveyard on the planet." That's how it sounded to them. Ward slammed her fist on the table. It was supposed to say joint research access. The device glitched. "Does Lyra know?" Noah asked softly. Ward pointed at the screen. "Look at her. What do you think?" Noah watched as Lyra spoke sharply with her delegation. The translator captured fragments of her words: deception, disrespect, threat to legacy. Hearing the anger in her voice felt like a punch to Noah's chest. Ward turned to him. "Formal communication channels are dead. They won't listen to our diplomats. Not after this." "So what do we do?" he asked. "We need someone they trust," Ward said slowly. "Someone who already built a personal connection." Her eyes locked onto Noah. "You." Noah blinked. "Me? Captain, you saw how I started this whole thing. I called her stunning by accident. And she asked you to repeat it," Ward said flatly. "Whether we understand it or not, Lyra reacts to you. She listens to you." Noah stared at the screen again. Lyra's colors were still dark and stormy, but here and there, tiny flashes of silver broke through. Doubt, conflict, uncertainty. Maybe she wasn't sure what to believe. Maybe she needed someone to give her a different truth. Noah took a deep breath. "What do you want me to do?" Ward stepped closer. "Talk to her. Alone. Without translators. Without committees. Without protocol. Use human honesty, the same thing that impressed her before. If anyone can explain this mess, it's you." Noah felt fear twist in his stomach. Approaching an angry alien government was bad enough. Approaching an angry alien scientist who understood emotions through glowing colors was even worse. But somewhere beneath the fear, a small spark of resolve ignited. Lyra had trusted him before. Maybe she could trust him again. Noah nodded. "Tell me where she is." Ward pointed toward the outer ring of the station. "She's in their observatory. She hasn't spoken to any humans yet. If you want a chance to fix this, that's where you go." Noah turned toward the exit. As he walked down the red-lit hallway, the alarms still blaring overhead, one thought hit him harder than the rest. The universe's biggest diplomatic crisis might depend on a single conversation with the one person he never wanted to see hurt. And she was already hurting. Noah reached the Orali Observatory with his heart pounding like a warning drum. The curved doors were half open, letting a cold blue glow spill into the hallway. He stepped inside quietly, almost afraid of what he would find. The observatory was built like a giant glass shell facing open space. Stars stretched across the black void like frozen sparks. In the center of the room stood Lyra, still and silent, her back to him. Her entire body flickered in dark colors. Not just anger now, but something heavier, like disappointment mixed with sorrow. Thin cracks of maroon light pulsed along her arms, and her silver tones had nearly faded away. Noah took a slow breath and stepped forward. "Lyra." She turned. It felt like the temperature dropped. Her eyes, usually calm and curious, now looked sharp and wounded. The glow inside her shifted like a storm trapped under glass. "You should not be here, Noah Reyes," she said in cold English. "Not now. I needed to see you," Noah replied, voice steady but soft. "Something's wrong, and it's not what you think." Lyra's body flashed with hot red light, a sign of anger. "Your people asked for control over our ring chambers, our memories, our ancestors. Do you think this is a small mistake? No, Noah said quickly. It's a huge mistake, but not one we meant to make. Lyra stepped closer, her voice trembling with emotion. You humans talk about peace, cooperation, unity, but your proposal said ownership. To own our most sacred light. How could anyone make such a mistake? Noah swallowed. It wasn't us. It was the translator. A glitch. A word that sounded similar, but meant something completely different. Lyra's colors turned darker. Convenient excuse. It's not an excuse, Noah said. It's the truth. Silence stretched between them. Only the quiet hum of the station filled the room. Finally, Lyra looked away, voice softer but hurting. I trusted you, Noah. I believed humans wanted harmony. I believed you understood what our memories mean to us. I do understand, Noah said. I've been learning from you every day. You taught me how your people feel through light. You taught me how stories live in your skin. I know the ring chambers are more than history. They are pieces of your souls. Her light shifted to a dull violet, a color Noah had learned meant deep confusion. Then why should I trust you now? Noah hesitated, then stepped forward, closing the distance between them. Because I'm not asking you to trust the translators, he said, or the diplomats, or the official words. He placed his hand gently on his chest. I'm asking you to trust me. Lyra's body flickered, silver, then dark red, then silver again. You are just one human, she whispered. One mind, one voice. I know, Noah said, but I'm the human who never lies to you. Not even when I should. She stared at him. He could see a battle happening behind her eyes. Logic against emotion, duty against memory. So Noah took a risk. A big one. Let me prove we didn't betray you, he said. Give me the original proposal you received. I'll show you the original human documents. No translators. No filters. Just your mind and mine. Lyra blinked. You wish to compare the text yourself? Yes, Noah said. And I want you to translate ours in your own words. If we lied, you'll see it. If we didn't, then your people will know the truth. Her light shimmered uncertainly. Such transparency is rare. That's why it matters, Noah said softly. You once told me you study honesty. Let me show you ours. The room fell quiet again. This time, not cold, just waiting. After a long moment, Lyra stepped even closer. Her dark colors softened, replaced by slow, searching silver. Then she asked the one question that mattered most. Noah Reyes, when we first met, you spoke without control. Without filters. You said I was stunning. Was that truth or instinct? He met her eyes without fear. It was both. A faint golden spark appeared in her chest, just a small one, but warm and real. Lyra lifted a hand. Her fingers glowed with soft white light as she projected the Orali proposal document between them. Words and symbols floated in the air like drifting stars. If you deceive me now, she whispered, there will be no repairing this. Noah nodded firmly. And if I tell the truth? Her skin glowed a little brighter. Then I will stand with you. Against my own delegation if necessary. Something inside Noah loosened. Hope, maybe. Together, they leaned toward the shared hologram. Human text and alien text side by side. The future of two species hanging in their hands. And for the first time since the crisis began, the dark light inside Lyra slowly began to fade. For the next 2 hours, Noah and Lyra worked side by side in the quiet observatory. Their holograms floated between them like 2 pages of a fragile book, one human, one Orali. Word by word, line by line, they compared the texts. And slowly, something became clear. The human proposal talked about shared guardianship, mutual access, combined research teams. But the Orali version showed phrases twisted into exclusive control, possession rights, indefinite ownership. A single mistranslated term had turned cooperation into conquest. Finally, Lyra stepped back, her skin shifting from storm-dark colors to a slow wash of thoughtful silver. There was no betrayal, she whispered. Only a broken machine. Noah nodded. That's what we've been trying to say. But they won't hear it from us anymore. Lyra looked at the holograms again, then at him. I must speak to them. But I need you with me. Her tone was steady, but her glow held hints of gold. Not strong, just quiet warmth. Of course, Noah said. They walked together through the glowing corridors toward the Orali Council chamber. Alarms had long faded, but tension still hung in the air like cold mist. Officers watched them pass, humans hopeful, Orali suspicious. When the chamber doors opened, Noah almost froze. The full Orali delegation was gathered inside, glowing in dark blues and reds. Their leader, the High Conductor, stood at the center. Tall, bright, stern, and angry. Lyra stepped forward before Noah could. "Father," she said. Noah blinked. He had suspected, but hearing it confirmed made his stomach drop. Lyra, the calm scholar who asked him about compliments, was not just a scientist. She was the daughter of the highest authority in the delegation. Her father's voice echoed through the chamber. "You disappeared during a crisis, and you returned with a human." He looked at Noah, light flickering coldly beneath his skin. "Explain yourself, Lieutenant." Noah opened his mouth, but Lyra raised a hand, stopping him. "No, I will explain." Her voice was steady, clear, almost glowing. "The humans did not ask for our memories." The translator twisted their meaning. "I have matched the text myself." Her father's colors shifted, hesitant but still deep. "You trust your own comparison more than our diplomatic systems." "Yes," Lyra said. "And more than that, Noah has spoken honestly every time we met, even when he caused problems." A few Orali murmured. Their light dimmed and brightened in confusion. Noah's cheeks grew warm. "Thanks. I think." Lyra ignored him and turned toward her delegation. "Look at both texts. See what I saw." She projected the documents across the chamber wall. Orali scholars gathered around them, their light pulsing in patterns as they analyzed. Minutes stretched. Finally, the High Conductor stepped forward. His body's white light dimmed into thoughtful gray. "The human version shows no claim," he admitted slowly. This was indeed a misinterpretation. Relief washed over Noah, but only for a second, because the conductor's next words were sharp. "But trust is not a simple machine that can be repaired in a day." Lyra stepped in front of Noah, protective without hiding it. "Then we rebuild it with truth, not fear." Her father studied her. "Your attachment to this human clouds your judgment." Noah stiffened. "We're not." But Lyra spoke over him, voice calm but firm. "My judgment is clear. I know when someone speaks with deception and when someone speaks with instinct." She glanced at Noah. "And instinct is not dishonor." A wave of soft gold rolled through her skin. The Orali delegation reacted with surprise. Some glowed bright, some dimmed. Whispered tones filled the room. Her father's colors shifted again: conflict, confusion, reluctant acceptance. Slowly, the High Conductor turned toward the human side of the chamber, where Captain Ward and Dr. Malik waited. "Then let us rebuild trust," he said, "but with new rules." Captain Ward folded her arms. "We're listening." "First," he said, "we want open access to all human proposals and drafts. No more filtered summaries." "Done," Ward said instantly. "Second," he continued, "we wish to create a new translation protocol, built by both species." Ward nodded. "Also done." "And third," his voice deepened, "we ask that our daughter, Lyra, co-lead this new program." Noah glanced at Lyra, who glowed in steady silver. Captain Ward raised an eyebrow. "If she accepts." Lyra looked at Noah. His heart tightened, but he nodded. "This is important," he whispered. She faced her father. "I accept." The High Conductor's colors finally softened into calm blue, the color of agreement. "Then this crisis ends now," he announced. "We move forward." Relief swept through the chamber. Humans sighed. Orali glowed brighter. And Noah finally exhaled the breath he had been holding for what felt like days. As they left the chamber, Lyra walked beside him quietly. Her colors were softer now, silver with small threads of gold. "You spoke bravely," she said. "So did you," Noah replied. She turned her head slightly, studying him like she always did. "This is the first time our two species have stood on the same side of a misunderstanding," she said. "Perhaps it will not be the last." Noah smiled. "If it is, we'll handle it. Together." Her gold brightened just a little. A bridge made not of metal or technology, but of light and honesty, had finally formed. The crisis ended, but the station did not fall quiet. Instead, Concord Spire felt alive again, filled with movement, soft voices, shared screens, and new plans. Humans and Orali walked side by side through the long crystal halls, talking carefully, learning to trust again. But Noah had no time to enjoy it. He was exhausted, emotionally and mentally, and yet he felt strangely awake, charged by something he couldn't explain. Lyra walked beside him, her steps slow, her colors soft silver with traces of gold. She was silent, but not distant. It was a quiet that felt shared, like two people walking through the same thought. Finally, she spoke. Noah Reyes, today you stood in front of my people. You corrected them. You corrected my father. Her tone was neither teasing nor cold, just honest. I didn't want to embarrass anyone, Noah said. I just wanted the truth to be clear. And you did, she said softly. You spoke with no fear. Noah almost laughed. I was terrified the whole time. Your fear did not stop you, Lyra said. That is what matters. They reached the station's outer walkway, a long corridor of transparent flooring where the stars glimmered beneath their feet like an ocean of lights. It was peaceful here, far from the diplomatic chambers. Lyra stopped walking. Her glow shifted, silver at first, then slowly warming into gold like the rising sun. Noah, she said quietly, may I ask something personal? He nodded. Anything. When you first saw me, and you spoke that word stunning, you said it was truth and instinct. Today, when you stood beside me, defending my people and yours, what part of that was instinct? And what part was truth? Noah met her eyes. Truth, he said without hesitation. All of it. Her gold brightened. Even now, he continued, I want to be honest. You're still stunning. Not because of how you look, but because of who you are. You face your people with courage. You listen when others don't. You think with your heart just as much as your mind. Lyra's glow spread slowly across her whole body. Warm gold, soft, steady, like she was lighting up the corridor itself. Noah Reyes, she said, you speak as though we share one thought. We might, he said softly. Her hand lifted slightly, almost reaching for him. But then she stopped herself, unsure. Is it acceptable, she asked, for humans to touch hands when they feel close? Noah smiled gently. It's more than acceptable. It's normal. She hesitated only a moment before placing her hand in his. Her skin was warm, smooth, pulsing softly with golden light that traveled between their fingers. A quiet hum filled the walkway as the light shifted, his reflection shining inside her glow reflecting in his eyes. Noah, she said, voice barely above a whisper. You made many mistakes these past days. I know, he said. Too many. But each mistake created something important, she continued. A new understanding. A new bridge. A new path. She paused. A new connection. Noah felt his chest tighten, not with fear this time, but with something deeper. Lyra, he said quietly, whatever happens next, whatever our people decide, I want to keep building that connection. Her light pulsed in a calm, warm wave. And I want the same. Behind them, the walkway sensors flickered as Captain Ward approached. She didn't interrupt, but her expression softened as she watched the two of them standing hand in hand. Noah, she called gently. The joint translation program begins tomorrow. They want you both to lead it. Lyra looked at him, gold still glowing. It seems the universe has decided for us. Maybe, Noah said. Or maybe we decided for it. They stepped closer to the railing, watching the stars spread endlessly before them. Thousands of worlds, thousands of unknown species, thousands of stories waiting in the dark. Lyra spoke first. Noah, do humans have a phrase for choosing someone, even when logic says it is difficult? Yeah, he said softly. We call it trusting your heart. She nodded once, firmly. Then I trust my heart. Noah squeezed her hand gently. So do I. And there, in the quiet starlit corridor, two beings from different worlds stood together, connected not by accident, not by protocol, not by duty, but by the truth they had chosen to share. A new beginning, a new alliance, a bond made not by history or machines, but by honesty, human and Orali alike. And beyond the station, somewhere deep in the universe, new stars watched silently, wondering when their turn would come to meet the strange species that could turn mistakes into miracles.